is the moment we've all been waiting for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Hello and welcome to your Friday night edition of Lessons for Life. It's the phone in and we're staying positive. Boris Johnson has fully recovered. Apparently he's up and about running around, so we're all really happy about that. And I want to know, what is your favourite number? The number to call is 07491751203. That should be your favourite phone number. Well, what's your favourite number? Is it number 1? Is it number 7? Is it number 999? And to discuss this matter with me, I have someone from a different channel who's hopefully going to join me and give us some Arabic numbers, teach us a little bit of Arabic hopefully, and we'll all come away from this having learned something. In the chat already we've got messages, if I can read it. Who's that? Ellie Poaki saying 16. Why is that your favourite number, Ellie? Is it something you did at that age? I don't know. Maybe you played the lottery for the first time. So, Dardasha, come and join me. And we're going to talk about the numbers in Arabic. I don't know if anyone can count in Arabic. There's a video out tonight on Dardasha's channel about how to count in German. Guten Abend. Are you fluent yet?
Not yet.
Dardasha's been learning German. That was a long time ago that you were in Germany.
Yes.
But finally you got the... budge up. We've got to be in the middle. In the wasat. Is that how you say middle?
أيوة في الوسط.
Okay. Count to 10 in Arabic for us, nice and slow, and we'll take it from there.
واحد. You can count.
Yeah, well, you do the counting.
You do the
واحد
count.
is 1.
Yeah. اثنان.
2
ثلاثة.
3
أربعة.
4
خمسة.
5
ستة.
6
سبعة.
7
ثمانية.
8
تسعة.
9
عشرة.
10. Okay, 1 is واحد. What are some of the words we get from this word واحد? Or ahad?
أحد.
Ahad is God is one, right?
Yes. Sure.
And tawheed?
The same. Also, it comes from the same roots.
What would be the English equivalent? Move up.
توحيد.
What would tawheed mean?
How to say in English? Believing in oneness.
Okay, in a religious context,
Tawheed
oneness
is
of God.
Believing, yeah.
So, do you know where Man City play? Do you know where their home stadium is?
No.
It's the Etihad Stadium.
Okay, yes.
So what does Etihad mean?
Etihad means also joint, like joint.
Joint? What else could it mean? What other words could it mean?
When you say الولايات المتحدة, like الولايات البريطانية المتحدة, you know.
متحدة.
Also,
so what I
also
gleaned from that is Etihad means united.
Yes.
So Manchester City, whose greatest rivals are United, as in Manchester United, play in a stadium called the Stadium United.
Yes.
The United Stadium.
Etihad, yes.
They should have learned Arabic before they... that's like Arsenal playing in Tottenham Stadium or something like that.
What's your favourite number?
My favourite number is 32, actually. But
Why 32?
for personal reasons. And Samia Alamin is saying hey. Hey there.
سامية, yeah. أهلا سامية. سامية, ما هو رقمك المفضل?
Yeah, what's your favourite number?
رقم.
Number. Arkam, numbers.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
If you would count in another dialect,
Mm-hmm.
like let's say you could speak a little bit like Sham side, isn't
Okay.
it? How
Yeah.
would you count? Let's hear you counting.
Well, apparently in Khalil in Palestine,
Yeah.
also known as Hebron, everything is elongated, and there was a joke. I can't tell it in Arabic, but you'll get the gist of it, where a guy from Khalil is jumping out of a plane, given the parachute, and they say, just count to 10 and pull the rope, and you'll come down nice and slow.
I'm already
The
laughing.
guy, yeah, well, I've kind of given it away. The guy lands flat on the floor, face down, and you hear him say, "It's name," because he's taken so long
Disaster.
to count. So in Khalil, I guess they would say, "Wahed, اثنين, ثلاثة." Is it ta
Is
or
it?
tha?
It's tha.
It's tha.
ثلاثة. Some
ثلاثة,
say ثلاثة.
أربعة.
Seriously? Is that how they count?
I don't think so. But
Well, the Lebanese say, and I hope my friends, the Lebanese friends, don't get upset with me. I'm not as good, but they say واحد, اثنين, ثلاثة, أربعة, أربعة,
hope no one
خمسة,
from
ستة.
hope no one from Lebanon's offended. Look, we got a caller on the line. Welcome. Is that Annabelle?
Yes, this is Hannibal speaking.
You're recognisable now, sir. Welcome back to the airwave. This is Hannibal Russ Trill. What's your favourite number?
My favorite number is number 3.
3. ثلاثة. Why?
Because it means the Trinity. You know, I
Okay.
mean 1, 2, and 3. It's really
Father,
a powerful number, you know?
the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Now, that tells me that you're a Christian. We've never pinned it makes me assume you're a Christian. We've always known you're a very spiritual guy. We've never stuck a label on it. But you believe in the Trinity.
Yeah, but I don't believe in the Trinity as it is set by the Christian doctrine, you know?
What's your understanding of a Trinity? Because in the Quran, apparently, it says to the people of the book, don't say 3. لا تقول ثلاثة. But it doesn't say don't say Trinity. It says don't say 3. And some people have a very monotheistic understanding of what Trinity means, a tri-unity. God still being one, although maybe having 3 forms, aspects. What's your understanding of it, Hannibal?
Yeah, my understanding is that the Trinity is Mother, Father, and Child. You know what I mean? It's according to African doctrine,
Okay.
which is Mother, Father, and Child.
Wow. And
Yeah.
God could be like a mother and like a father.
Yeah, exactly.
So where does the child come in? Are we God's children?
Yeah, we're God's children. Yeah.
Okay. Look, I know the Quran says something different, and there will be Muslims saying, "Oh no, God cannot have a son, cannot have a child." But this is all language and how you interpret it. And I think people that interpreted things literally were making the mistake. Obviously, God doesn't literally have children, but we're like his children in the sense that he cares for us, right? He's like a father in the sense that we respect him. He's not our biological father. He didn't conceive us in that way.
It's a language interpretation. Like in Arabic, we say Rabb.
Okay.
Allah
For
wa
Lord.
Rabbi. Yeah.
Lord. Okay.
But in a language used as well, we say Rabbul Usra.
Lord
like
of
the
the
father
family.
of the family,
Okay.
or like
Okay.
the
Lord.
The Lord of the family would be Rabbul Usra would be the father,
Mm.
or the husband that will take responsibilities over the kids. So the word Rabb is used like father in a way, but the understanding is completely different. So as you said, it's just the translation of language.
And the number 3 does come up in Islam quite a lot, right? A lot of things are done in 3s.
Such as
So I've heard, like, when you go into sajda, you utter
you say 3 times, yes.
3 times, and I've heard that some things are encouraged to be done in threes, like when you're sipping a drink,
Yeah.
take 3 sips. 3 is like I don't know, is a decent amount. Why else is it a special number for you, Hannibal, or is it just that trinity that you mentioned?
No, I would say you really need to go into numerology, which is the study of numbers. And now I went deep into it, and I found out a lot of fascinating knowledge about the number 3. You know?
Well, look, we've got earth, wind, and fire as being the elements, solid, liquid, gas, the 3 states that any matter can be in, and a lot of things can be broken down into 3, even stages of life: infancy, youth, and when you get old, I suppose. But it is an interesting number. And 33, if we go too deep down that road, we'll be talking about all kinds of secrets.
Let me tell you what the number 3 means. It represents the principle of increase, expansion, growth, and an abundance on the physical, emotional, mental, financial, and spiritual level.
Mm-hmm.
When the number 3 is affects you, it is often difficult to avoid putting on weight. The number 3 is a free-form energy that does not work well with structures, plans, or routines.
You're saying it's you gain weight because of the number 3?
Yes, you can gain weight. Yes.
Wow. What? How so? How would
by
you?
the food that you're eating, you know.
But what's that got to do with the number 3?
Hold up. Let me see. Number 3 is a sign. Is a sign that the ascended masters, like Christ, are working on your behalf. The number 3 is the number of the Trinity.
Yeah.
And especially for light workers and those that are involved in spiritual development. Angel numbers are communications from our guardian angels intended to provide us with the guidance and encouragement needed to achieve our aims.
Here's a question for you, Hannibal. In the Bible, how many wise men were there?
Say that again?
How many wise men were there who visited Jesus when he was a baby?
Well, I think in those times they might have had several wives, but I'm not.
Wise men. Wise men. The wise men, the magi, who visited Jesus. People talk about the 3 wise men in the nativity story, but actually the Bible doesn't specify how many wise men there were. Just that they were wise men coming from the east, and they did bring 3 gifts: gold, frankincense, and myrrh. But it's another story that people sort of taken and run with it, and they all think that they know more than is actually revealed. Much like the fruit in the Garden of Eden, everyone thinks that Eve ate the apple, but it doesn't actually specify what type of fruit it was. I'm just trying to think of other 3s that come up: the 3 wise men, the 3 musketeers, the 3 who are the 3 amigos? I don't know. But any other 3 symbology that you want to share with me, Hannibal? Anything else it represents to you?
Yes, please. 1 second. I'm going to get some information up now.
He's getting his knowledge out of a book.
That's nice.
There's nothing wrong with... Yeah, there's always a good idea to go to the source.
We had in the chat...
Go on.
Samia had number 4. Asma had number 6. And we had number 16 as well. And from Trouble T, we've got 3 Back to the Future.
That's right. There were 3. Back to the Future was a trilogy.
Okay.
And as I pointed out today, if Boris Johnson ever discovers time travel, he won't be able to go back now and destroy the NHS because they saved his life.
Yes, indeed. And Asma changed her mind now. And
Okay.
she said number 7. And
It's going
I think
up.
number 7...
Bidding.
also have so many meanings.
Oh well, we'll come
that
to
we
that in
could
a
get
minute.
into.
We got 4, 5, and 6 before we get
Yes.
to number 7. But Hannibal, have you got anything else on the number 3? It's
Yeah,
an
I wanted to say,
odd number.
you should listen to this, yeah?
Here we go.
Each of the numbers 1 to 9 has a unique personality. Limits its range of qualities and traits. To get a good understanding of our number factors, it helps us to get to know each single digit number as if it was a person, carries his own personal traits, strengths, and weakness. The number 3 is a gifted teenager who is still under the protection of his parents. A bit spoiled, certainly scattered, and perpetually in need of guidance. However, the most obvious traits of the number 3 are the creative force, a powerful need to express feelings, ideas, and visions of the imagination, coupled with the extroverted personality.
So 3 is creativity.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
That's really powerful.
Brilliant.
It's got a lot of creativity.
Brilliant. I'm going to come back to that one. Hannibal, look, I'm going to free up the line in case someone else is trying to come through, but I'm going to continue with your number 3, if that's all right.
Yeah, please do. Now I'm going to be listening in.
See me in the chat.
Jump back in at the
Yeah, jump back
time.
in. Yeah, feel free. Feel free. Thank you, Hannibal.
Okay. Now I also want to say I really am enjoying your conversation with the beautiful lady you got next to you. She's
I'm a lucky man.
Beautiful.
I'm a lucky man. The camera never lies. Thank you,
yeah,
Hannibal.
you're very lucky man.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Very
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Thanks for the call.
I'll get too shy. He's brought up a great point. 3 means creative. That's what he said, right?
Okay.
Have you heard the word trivia? What does trivia or trivial mean to you? Might be a word you haven't come across. Trivial pursuit. It's only trivial. And of course, triple T, 3 T's. But trivia. Okay, he's got 3 wives.
You're so funny.
Man.
I think something to look up to or to.
Trivial means it's not important. Well, that's what we think it means now. Trivial is used to dismiss something. Oh, it's only a trivial matter. But in ancient Greece, trivia, the 3 trivia was the art with the 3 arts: drawing, painting, drama, and music. They were the trivia. The creative arts are trivia: drama, art, and the music. And the quadria, 4, that's the next number we're going on to, where the sciences, chemistry, biology, not English because it was ancient Greece, chemistry, biology, physics, and maths. Okay, that was the quadria, as in 4, and the trivia were the 3 arts. And back then, trivial didn't mean unimportant; it meant creative.
Okay.
But because of the way that our society has become and the direction of travel, and we've become into so-called academic subjects, and you have to do English, math, science, etc. But really, trivia just meant the 3 creative subjects, and I think you need both. But I think we need to go back to that, and I think that side of our personality has been completely obliterated. People don't want to know, and left-handed people like myself, holding the mic in my left hand, eating with my left hand, we are regarded as evil because the left is dirty and unclean.
No, I mean,
on,
honestly, almost all my friends are left-handed and they are always creative. Asma have wrote to us, why does she like the number 7? And she said, شهادة التوحيد تتكون من 7 كلمات in Arabic.
Oh, you've got great eyesight.
So, شهادة التوحيد. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأن محمدا رسول الله. 7 كلمات. And Samia said, I started working in April. and got married in April. And
I hope to have 4
4
children. I hope so.
Amazing. Also, I want to tell you
In
about another
April,
number. Everything is in 4.
in
I want to discuss number 7
what's
and
9
number
months after April?
40.
Don't know.
And number
Best
40.
best wishes. I hope it all goes well.
Inshallah, I hope so.
Inshallah khair.
In number 40, and that was a discussion that I've heard from a couple of
40.
people.
We've missed out 37 numbers.
We'll come back to that. But I just remembered this. La ilaha illallah Muhammadan Rasulullah. That's the 7 words.
Okay.
Asma Rutas. Number 40, I heard a couple of people have been saying that it was the number that was revealed back in the days. I can't remember who was the name of the scientist that said there was a waba, a disease, and he said people have to be locked down for 40 days.
Okay.
To get rid of
Quarantine.
the disease. And then the Italian took it and called it 40 in Italy.
40.
No, in Italy.
Oh, Italy.
Yeah.
Quarantine. Wow. Brilliant. So quarantine, I didn't know that. That's superb. Quarantine, when you have to go away and be secluded for a certain period of time,
Yes.
was originally 40 days.
Yes,
right?
that's right.
Wow. So when people are saying I'm self-isolating for 14 days, it should be 40.
40, indeed.
Wow.
Yes.
And in the Bible, Jesus fasted in the desert for 40 days.
Yeah, there is something about this 40.
Maybe, yeah.
Number 40.
Interesting.
Indeed.
That is very interesting.
and it
I
links
can't
to
believe
all-
that didn't occur to me that quarantine would be 4.
Yes.
Of course it must be.
And it was invented by the Arabs back in the days to
We've missed an international call, 009. What country is that?
that's Saudi.
If you were calling from Saudi, please call again. I'm sorry we missed you. Caller from Saudi, recall, and we're going to pick up the number. But to go back to the trivia and the quadria that Hannibal Rastril was talking about, and then I went into left-handedness. I do think that left-handed people are naturally more creative. I think the left... So if you're left-handed, you use the right side of your brain. And if you're right-handed, you use the left side of your brain. That's sort of how it works. And I do think that creative side of our brain has been put to one side by the people that are ruling our countries at the moment that are in charge of us. But good evening, Masal Khair. We've got a caller from Saudi. Who's this?
Hello, Julian. How are you doing?
Habibi. Hey, who is this?
I'm Azmil speaking from Saudi Arabia.
Who's from? Sorry, say that again.
Azmil.
Ismail. Okay. Ismail, not Ismail from Morocco.
No, I'm from Saudi.
You are Ahlan wa Sahlan. How is everything in Saudi?
Alhamdulillah, it's going fine over here. Actually, I'm not a Saudi by nationality. Originally I'm from Sri Lanka.
Oh, really?
I'm working as an expatriate, yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. I hope they're treating you well in Saudi Arabia. They don't always treat people that well. But hey, great to speak to you. What's your favourite number?
1.
Why?
Because it represents the Lord, my Lord.
Okay. Then the Lord God being one. If I'm gonna, do you mind if I assume what religion you are and a little bit about your background?
Yeah, I'm by faith.
I'm guessing you're Muslim. Sri Lanka is a very multicultural island. You have Buddhists, you have Hindus and Christians. Unfortunately, there's been some conflict, but the Sri Lankans that I've met were always on very good terms with the people of different religions. How is multi-faith dialogue in Sri Lanka, and where do the Muslims fit in? Because there's a conflict between the other communities. Are Muslims in the middle? Do they struggle from both sides? How is it to be a Muslim in Sri Lanka?
In Lanka, it's fine. We don't have any much major issues. Yeah, there are certain segments in the right wing that they used to just exaggerate some things, but they do not interfere into our affairs much. Like, suppose we have our own marriage system.
Okay.
We have our own Kazi codes, in other words, if we call them. We have our own rules in getting married, and like in the laws of inheritance and the laws of marriage. We implement it. We don't have fully Sharia law in Sri Lanka, but we have laws which mainly like for marriage or inheritance, and like so some aspects of the religion is being met.
And bringing it back to numbers, as that's the topic, how do you find that your Hindu friends believe in many gods? Do Buddhists believe in no God? Or are there Hindus and Buddhists who believe in one God, but they are practicing it differently?
Actually, I have many Buddhist friends. Actually, Sri Lanka is a majority Buddhist country.
Okay.
And Buddhists, they don't believe in a God or gods. They are like, they just follow the path of the Buddha.
But some people say, and God knows, maybe Buddha was a prophet with a message from God, and of course it could have been changed over the years, just like the message of Jesus, some people say, has changed a little bit. Little do we know, but I have met people who say they are Buddhist, yet they say they do believe in a God. Some do, some don't. I've met people who say they are Hindu, but they say, I believe in one God in many forms. So it's not as simple as just saying, well, these people are polytheists, mushrikeen or whatever. I think there are people that believe in one God and they're just practicing it a different way.
Yeah, there are Buddhists, and like some of the Buddhists, right? When I have discussions with them, like we have this interfaith dialogue once in a while. So even they come to an agreement that the Buddha even spread the message of the worship to one God. Like, if you take the ancient text in Pali, I think you are aware of the language called Pali, Pali.
Do you know what? You're teaching me something new. I thought it would have been Sanskrit.
Yeah, no, it's not Sanskrit. Actually, the Buddha was speaking Pali.
Okay.
And if you take the pictures which the Buddha used to preach, it leads to his message like he was preaching a monotheistic religion, right? And because Buddha was, to take his life story, he was born into a Hindu family. He was born into a king, into a royal family, and later on he got enlightened and he left away and he was meditating on his own.
A lot of these prophets seem to be born into prestigious families, yet they suffer poverty in the end, almost as if they're meant to see sort of every side of life. Like Jesus was born to be king, but he was born in a stable. And other prophets we could mention are from this supreme lineage, but they live a very humble life. Buddha is interesting. There's a book about Buddha by a sheikh that I want to buy.
My ancestors were Buddhist.
Okay, so your family embraced Islam after Buddhism.
Yeah, like they, in Sri Lanka, we during the medieval times, right?
Yeah.
During the medieval times, there were merchants from Morocco, Yemen, and they were Muslim merchants from Oman.
Okay.
So they came there for trade, and they got settled there, and they married the local women, and that's how the Muslim population they grew in Sri Lanka.
Wow, a little bit of history. And people from Bangladesh say that Islam came to them from Yemen, probably from the same people as well. Wow. Ismail, thank you so much for calling us from Saudi Arabia.
Shukran jazilan.
Thank you very much.
I hope you call again.
Julian. Afwan. Inshallah, I'll be getting back to you once I I'm a subscriber of your channel.
Wonderful.
And I loved your Ukraine videos.
Oh, wonderful.
And I invite you to pay a visit to my country as well.
I hope so.
We
Thank you
will,
so much.
indeed.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Salam
Awesome.
alaikum, bro. Thank you. Oh, that's
Interesting.
yeah. It's always nice to
It's
hear
an
from
interesting call. Yes, yeah, and more knowledge
other
for
sides
us to learn.
of the world.
I mean, I've got another message here. It says, سيدنا يعقوب بكى على يوسف 40 يوما حتى أصيب بالعمى.
Sayyidina Yusuf spoke
Yaqub.
to Jacob.
Yeah, بكى على يوسف.
Baka ala Yusuf. For
بكى.
Baka saw.
بكى.
Oh, Tibki cried.
Cried.
For Yusuf for 40 days.
حتى أصيب
Until-
بالعمى. You know what عمى means?
No.
Blindness.
Oh, blind. Okay. So he cried until he went blind.
For 40 days.
For 40
he
days,
cried
wow.
about his son Yusuf.
The one they threw in the well.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
We've got more
I've
things
been
about
to
him.
the well. Bir Yaqub is in just outside Nablus in Palestine, and there's a
Interesting.
monastery there. Yeah. So what number did we get to?
I mean, we went all around from number 3 till 40.
No, we skipped.
All the way.
We skipped a few out.
7 came in the middle, and yeah, it's so interesting how much you can learn
So
from numbers and the link of it, you know, to a lot of things that we can learn from.
number 4 in Arabic.
أربعة.
Arba. How do you say spring in Arabic?
ربيع.
Is that because it's the 4th
Yeah.
season?
So also, can you say the days of the week?
Oh, Yawm al-Ahad.
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 Can you
is
think of the number?
Sunday.
Yeah, and the
Number
number
one.
one
Yeah.
in Arabic.
Wahid.
واحد. الأحد.
Al-Ahad
واحد.
is one. Yeah, the first day is
Okay.
Sunday.
So الأحد واحد. The link of the numbers. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, and then
الاثنين الثلاثة.
الثلاثاء. But go by
الثلاثاء.
numbers. So when you
الثلاثة.
say الأحد, if you say Sunday,
Sunday.
tell
Yawm
me
al-Ahad,
one.
1. Yeah, well, it's going to be 1, 2,
Yeah,
3, 4,
but-
5, 6, 7.
Yeah, but you want to hear how
يوم
how they
الاثنين
sound.
2.
In Arabic, I want the numbers in Arabic.
اثنين.
Yes.
يوم الثلاثة 3. Tuesday.
Don't tell me the numbers in English. So if I say الأحد, I'm gonna say واحد. الاثنين, اثنان.
Yeah.
الثلاثاء,
ثلاثة.
ثلاثة. Because you want people to hear the link between the numbers and the days of the week.
So in Arabic, just so you know, the days of the week sound pretty much like day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, Friday, day 6.
The only number that
seven.
is not there,
So why is Friday not Yawm al-Sitta?
I don't have an answer for that.
And right, we've not explained that in a very good way, but the days in Arabic are numbered apart from Friday, which is called
الجمعة.
Al-Jum'ah, and Jum'ah means what?
الجمعة means الجامع is
Say it in English.
you can do the translation.
Congregation.
Yeah.
To congregate,
Yes.
because on Friday, Muslims pray together
Yes.
in Jama', in the Jama', where you pray in congregation on a Friday. Before Islam, was Friday known as Yawm al-Sitta?
Before Islam, I don't know.
In the comments, get on Google, what was Friday called in the Arab and Muslim world prior to Islam? Was it called Yawm al-Sitta or was it always Jum'ah? Do they come... I mean, it's chicken and the egg
But
there.
Sitta is important for the Jews, isn't it?
Sabbath is important for the Jews. The
Sabbath.
Sabbath.
The Sabbath.
Saturday.
Oh, not
Yom
this.
Sabt.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Yeah, the Jewish people gather on Saturday, and
Wait, they gather on Saturday.
yeah, they go to the synagogue every Saturday.
Is Sabt.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Hi.
And we've got one now. Shalom. Who's this?
Alaikum assalam.
Oh, it's Mac.
Shalom.
How are you doing, Mac? Welcome, sir. You're a bit of everything, so we'll include you as Jewish, Muslim, anything you want. Anything you want to do.
Shalom.
Shalom.
You know what the
Peace.
funny thing is? They say shalom alaikum as well.
That's right.
Yes.
There's a video on Dardash's channel comparing Arabic and Hebrew, and they are very similar indeed.
Yeah.
But
They say Ruh al-Quds, you know that, Ruh al-Quds, they
روح
believe in the,
القدس.
for Holy Spirit.
yeah, they say the same.
Yes. Oops,
Oh, we've
we've
just
lost.
you know, we've talked about something bad. I don't know. Mac, call me back, please. You know the number.
Okay, يطلق على الجمعة العروبة. Am I reading it right?
Yeah.
Yes. It was called العروبة.
Al-Aruba, the fourth day. When do
No.
people start the day of the week? I mean, most people think Monday's the first day of the week. It's actually Sunday. Mac, are you back?
In Persian, we say Jum'ah.
John Mac, for Friday.
Yeah, for Friday, we
But-
actually say Jum'ah.
John Mac. But prior to
We don't
Islam,
say-
in the good old days of Zoroastrianism, what did you call Friday?
It would be Jum'ah because it would go back to philosophers, Islamic philosophers, like Omar Khayyam.
No, but I mean prior to that, in the days of Zoroastrianism in Persia, what did they call Friday?
Al-Burhani, again, a Muslim, he was one that did, he was an astrologer, he was the one that did the calendar. So Al-Burhani would have been the one that set the, like...
But before that, Mac, before! What about
The
before?
answer I've got there is العروبة.
Al-Aruba. Okay, someone is saying Al-Aruba. I need to some lemonade.
أيام
Al-Aruba
الجاهلية
was
قبل
Friday.
الإسلام.
Okay.
Have you lost me?
Al-Aruba.
No, he's there. But go on, Mac. What's your favourite
You're
number?
talking about Aramaic.
Aramaic is the dialect
Which Jesus spoke.
that Jesus spoke, and it's somewhere between Arabic and Hebrew, and they still speak it in parts
What
of.
do you think they say in Aramaic? What's Jum'ah in Arabic?
What's Friday? Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, that will tell you the answer probably.
Because they sound similar as well.
Yeah, that's right.
So, but going back to Jama'ah,
Yeah.
there's a difference between Jama'ah and Jum'ah. Because if you see, you can pronounce the pronunciation of Jama'ah.
Potato. Come on, it's all the same.
No, but Jum'ah is different. Trust me, the smallest little all of them can make a big difference. Trust me, I'm down with the Arabic as well. I know I'm trying to even teach myself Israeli, to be honest with you. I agree with the language, but
I'm sure
again,
you are. Otherwise, you won't know what the sergeant's telling you.
So I think there's a they call it a tashdid, or it looks like how can I say it, three back upside down.
Yeah, شدة.
Okay.
Shadda. That means it has to repeat. So Jama'ah, well, it's got an ain as well. Jama'ah.
Yeah, I know, but come on, it's still that's like saying, in French, le weekend is different to weekend. It's obviously come from the Arabic. But what about numbers? Do Persians use Arabic numbers? We do in England.
No,
Arabic
we
numerals.
don't. We have similar. It looks the same, but it's not actually the same really. It's similar. It's very similar.
All right. Well, what's your favourite number, and what's the meaning behind it? Because I know you know about numerology more than most
I
of us.
basically, for some reason, 11's always followed me, but I've been noticing 9 is a very
9/11. Well, 11 often follows 9.
Oh.
Why is that, Mac?
11. It's always been a good number. I don't know, it's a prime number.
What about building 7?
Building 7.
No, don't worry about it. Look, go back to 11. Go back to 11. Tell us why why was number 11 something that stood out to you?
Like on the registry, I was always number 11. I was given like locker. It was always number 11. Or like, for some reason, everything that was given was 11. Like it was a phase in my teenage years when I was growing up.
Really?
I was always it was just weird. It just followed me a lot.
And for a whole year, were you in year 11?
No, I started with year 11, and I was
to
there
repeat the
11
year.
years. For 11 years, I was in year 11.
Just like Groundhog Day.
Year 11 for me was not a good year at all, but good to hear that 11 was something, better for other people than me, to be honest.
Year 11. I liked year 11. I had a great time in year 11. Did you do an 11 plus, Mac? You didn't live in one of those areas.
Yeah, no, I mean, 11 the thing is, in numerology, 11 becomes a whole different ball game. So I don't know, in math, but again, 9 as well, in mathematics, 9 can have a lot of meaning. But again,
what does 11 mean in numerology? And then we'll go to 9.
I actually don't follow. The thing is, I would like to learn about it, but it's like you know how this is Neil deGrasse Tyson. He says even though algebra, algorithm, all of these came from the Arab nation.
Al-Khwarizmi.
Even the
no, that's algorithm, and algebra.
Yeah, of course, they're all from Arab, and that's why. So now, the funny thing is, we Islamic, we say that going too deep in numerology can get satanic.
Can it now?
Some say.
Apparently, they do say it gets Kabbalic.
Well, yes. So Kabbalah, being the ancient Jewish mysticism, and they look at numbers, do they? Kabbalah comes from qabl, as in accepting.
This is what I'm
receiving.
saying. I've been trying to learn because the way they see it is every alphabetical thing has a value.
Yeah,
so
this is called abjad, I believe. We've lost Mac again. Must have said the wrong thing. The algorithm picked it up. Are you familiar with the word abjad?
Yes.
What does it mean? Put it in a context. What does it mean?
Abjad.
Mac, keep trying. What does abjad mean? Can you...
we know abjad as in the letters.
Sorry, Matt. We're just saying that abjad is the application of a numerical value to Arabic numerals. But you've looked at that, have you?
Yeah.
Because back in the day, everyone's email address was something or other 786, if they were Muslim. We've lost Mac again. And
abjad could mean
looks like we might not get him back.
akhada in Arabic.
Akhada, what does that mean?
Akhada, he took.
He took.
Yeah, and back in the days, they used to teach all the Arabic letters in something called abjad hawaz. So it's a different format of teaching the alphabetic. Rather than teaching them alif, ba, ta, tha, like nowadays, they used to have abjad hawaz. So it's a lot of few words all together.
Mm-hmm.
If you learn them, you've learned all the letters. أبجد هوز حطي كلمة سعفس قرشت تاخذ ضضغ. The whole letters.
There you go. Sorry, Mac. We know there's a conspiracy against us, but you're back now. You're back for good.
Yeah,
and we're just talking about abjad and the. I don't know why. So Bismillah was 786. No one's ever been able to explain to me why, but that's what people say.
It's the values of the numbers.
The values of the numbers. Okay.
Okay. But in Kabbalic, it goes deep. Mum is they say Aleph as well. That's what, and they have bet. Aleph bet. That's why it's called alphabet.
Yeah, the alphabet is the first two letters, right?
Yeah, and in Hebrew it's Aleph, and then there's bet, and then there's vet, and then there's gimel, and then so realizing that it originated from Hebrew, obviously the Aleph and the bet, so the alphabet, that's where it came from. So the Hebrew, the way that they describe mum is Aleph and memt, which is valued as something like 40, because the meme is, I can't remember, the value of 40.
There's that number again, 40.
Yeah, and then the plus, the dad is Aleph Be, which is 3, so the total value of mum and dad put together is Yathrib, which is equivalent to a child.
Yathrib?
So yeah. And
Yathrib was the old name for Mecca?
No.
Yathrib is
No. It's also it's a child, but I in Hebrew, I swear it means Yathrib is a child. Which
Might
has
be.
a
From
few...
what I understand, Yathrib is the old name for Mecca.
Medina.
Yeah, it is.
So it was a
It
Medina.
is. Medina, where he ran away. Yeah.
Sorry, Medina, not.
So maybe I'm sure it was Yathrib as well.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yareb or Yathrib or something. Maybe I'm mispronouncing it. It's something along those. I've forgotten it, but I'll go back to. As I say, it is a new language for me. So anyone that can obviously correct me, but this is my understanding: is the value of the word mum plus the value of the word dad is equivalent to the word child.
Equals.
The
So
word
you
child
add
is.
mum and dad together, you get a child.
Yeah, so
Simple
that's the
as
only way
that.
you'd get a child, which is the same value in writing as well. So all the
And is that one hell of a coincidence, or is there wisdom behind that?
well, obviously there's a wisdom behind it. God did say He taught us how to write, but again, it goes back to casting spells and symbology, and this is before all of this came into play. A symbol would represent like a little spell or a thing. So it goes as far as that's where Amjad is. That's Abjad. Sorry,
yeah. Not Amjad. That's someone
that's
else.
Where it started. It rooted from then.
Haven't seen him for years. Why do some people say that it's satanic to go too deep into the numbers?
All right, because it's.
Where have you heard that from?
It's a form of fortune telling. It's like you're trying to fortune tell, and numerology. You really shouldn't look into that because you should take life as it is and not based on your your either what star sign you are. Like these numbers really shouldn't matter to you. Like that's what the idea is. But in terms of mathematics, there's nothing wrong with doing calculations and obviously adding up your money, and it's good to know. So, but at the same time, going too deep into mathematical and like, because people actually use numbers as symbols. And
666.
Yeah, the thing is with 9 is a very. This is what I'm saying. It goes back to Kabbalah. 9 is equivalent to a 360 degrees circle, because if you add all the 3, 6, and the 0 together, you get 9.
9. Okay.
Yeah. So you half that. It's 180. Add all them the values together, which you get
180. You still get 9. Half of that you get 99, and 0 equals 9.
But notice how from 90 you got inside a circle. From making a 90, you got a right angle. Then you half it. Then you got a 45. Then you got a right angle triangle.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
What's the square root of 360?
The square root I'm not that.
Calculate. Is it 19? What's 19 times 19?
I think I won't be surprised if it's 9.
What's 19 times 19? So 19 times 19 is 361. Okay. So I was close, but 19 is another number that comes up, and some people regard it as holy.
Alright, so if you add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And 9, yeah.
Add all of them together, you without getting to because 10 is a double decimal digit, isn't it?
49?
Yeah, well,
45.
If
Yeah,
you add
that's
1,
what I said.
Yeah, 45.
1, add 2, add 3, add 4, add 5, add 6, add 7, add 8, add 9. Yeah, you get 45, which is half of 90. Okay.
But again, you plus the 4 and the 5.
And you add the 4 and the 5, you get 9. 339.
Yes, exactly. So even 4 times 9. What's 4 times 9?
4 times 9. Quick. Everyone knows that. It's 36. Is it?
How do you not know your timetable?
36. 3 add 6 is 9.
Yeah. Again, you can work even if you say 9 times 9 or 81.
81.
Again,
72.
This is what I'm saying.
63. 54.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
40,
but again, even if you add Like that's an advantage you'll know. But there's something called also the magic box or the magic where there's a box
Magic Roundabout.
Huh?
I'm thinking of a cartoon I used to watch. But what's Magic Box?
The magic box is well, okay.
You have to come around my house and I'll show you.
Yeah, no, the magic box is
Is
it's like a Masonic. It's a Masonic thing that they created.
Oh, here we go. Yes.
With symbology.
And the Masons apparently have 33 degrees.
Oh, now we get into a different.
Now we've got Triple T in the chat, but there's also someone who goes by the name of 33X. 33 is another number that comes up a lot.
And Triple T said Friday has always
Friday's
been Friday.
always been Friday, wow.
It is Friday.
It is Friday today.
Yeah.
It's called a magic square box. Have you heard of it?
I've actually come across...
the magic square box?
Yeah, and they all... I mean, is this similar to Sudoku, where they all the numbers add up to a certain amount?
Yeah, but there is a magic thing to
Darren Brown did a routine, I think, with James... what's he called? The carpool karaoke guy. What's he called? James Corden.
Yeah, but...
And he chose a random number, and then it ended up to be his birthday, and if you added it up along the top, it added up to the same number, and down the side, and in total, and it was a lot of amazing coincidences, all from a roll of the dice.
It's a mathematical thingy. Genius, whoever came up with that.
Yeah.
But again,
Pythagoras.
this is all... it goes back to chess.
Here we go.
You're doing all these magic. What advantage does playing chess have for you, equivalent to playing around with these numbers have for you?
Well, you ever played chess, Dardasha?
I've always played chess. And in
well,
fact,
it's haram. They say it's haram that you can't play. And
if
I
you
don't
go
know.
by what people say in haram and
She was playing it in a nightclub. It's alright. Well,
with a drink of vodka.
The chessboard. Here you go. Why do the police have black and white checkers on their shoulder and on their uniform? It's Masonic.
It's a Masonic. It's a Masonic. The thing is, okay, you're gonna think.
Just elaborate on that. The floor of every Masonic lodge has got a chessboard, black and white checkered symbol on it, right?
Okay. Can I explain why it is? It's to do with old school rituals, and for you to, for the devil to appear, it's easier on a checkered board you're summoning it, basically. Just as you would if you were, for example, fortune telling with coffee. Like some people drink coffee and they turn their coffee pots around. Yeah.
Or you read the tea leaves.
Yeah, all of these fortune telling things, you're actually asking for these entities to come and interfere with. You're channeling yourself basically with these entities, and you're like, yeah, please tell me my future, or forecast my future for me. But and if anything, you're inviting them, and you shouldn't be. This is why they're saying for fortune telling, playing like reading cards or coffee reading or all of these sort of thingies are like a form of a ritual, shall we say? So having the checkered board, it helps with these rituals, just like you would with the satanic star and the circle and the symbols, and you see what I mean. So that's why, in some senses, they say in Islam, it's because as soon as you open a chessboard, you're summoning the devil in the household.
I've never heard that before, to be honest. This is very new to me. And I've always played chess, and I thought it was a smart game to play with my kids.
It gets you thinking, doesn't it? I thought...
no, in Islam, strict Islamic laws say you are not allowed, because sometimes it can also distract some people from prayers, especially...
Oh, but an iPhone can't, I suppose. Oh, chessboard. Are you on that chessboard again, son? Come on.
Yeah.
Come and pray. I'd love it if I was distracted by a chessboard rather than by vlogging or an iPhone or whatever.
As I said, if you don't want to believe the theory of as soon as you open it, you're basically conjuring up these entities.
Mac, anything you can become addicted to anything. I don't think chess. Although the black and white symbology, you've got me on that one. Triple T is saying, why does the Saudi police have one eye on their uniforms and on their police cars? Well, look, we've got people watching in Saudi, so just be careful.
And China as well. Let's allow China and Saudi, and let's just allow.
Okay.
Yeah. We say the wrong thing.
Now Triple T saying chess.
I buy a lot of stuff from China in case they decide to.
Don't worry. By the time it gets to you from China, they won't have the virus anymore.
Yeah, can't live
Triple
on
T saying chess. You are not allowed to play when you are gambling. What does it say?
In Islam.
In Islam.
Yeah, of course. You shouldn't gamble.
No,
But
you can't play chess. Period. It doesn't matter about the gambling.
This has been a fatwa from Sheikh Mac.
Again, it depends on what school of thought you're from.
We're from your school of thought.
School of teachings, but there are some school of teachings in Islam that believe it's forbidden to play.
Oh, look, you name anything fun, I'll probably find you a Muslim that says that's not allowed. But Islam, like every religion, is a broad
spectrum. Do you know how many
spectrum.
Iranian players turned down Premiership deals because, like, especially for Tottenham, because they were sponsored by alcoholic and Carlsberg and it's like why would you do that? Certain people, certain religions can be a bit strict about these certain things, but they say they consider that advertising for the alcohol, therefore they were going to have to answer back when judgment day comes. So that's why, I don't know, certain people take the precaution and would avoid it. So many Iranian players in the past have given up just because of Tottenham.
They could have won the World Cup if it wasn't for...
We've got
in the chat, PK3776 is saying...
Don't have a school of thought that limits your mind.
Yeah. School and thought should be...
Iran should be competing with Israel in the Olympics then.
Let's see if the phone cuts out. No, they shouldn't, just as they shouldn't have competed with apartheid South Africa when they were practicing apartheid. That's my view on it, and it's nothing to do with religion. It's politics.
Somehow, Mac, you turn the conversation into either politics or religious.
It's okay. It's okay.
Which is really interesting, how it turns into that. But thank you very much for that.
Let's talk about the Fermi paradox.
Brilliant. What? Well, I was going to wrap it up on 1 hour. I think we're going to go for 2 hours tonight. Get the popcorn out. Sorry, which paradox were you talking about?
The Fermi paradox.
That's my favourite one. And what about you?
I'll probably say another night.
Okay, yeah, it's very late in Saudi Arabia where some of our viewers are.
Yeah.
So what's the Fermi paradox for other people apart from me that haven't heard about it?
The limited evidence of extraterrestrial beings.
Exactly right, yeah. The limited evidence...
Yeah, there's no evidence of any sort of indication or evidence to prove that there is any other beings apart from us.
Dadasha, did you believe in aliens before you met Mac?
Sorry?
I believed in jinn.
Okay, Dadasha believes in jinn, obviously.
Interdimensional. We're talking of... See, it's different.
But jinn could be aliens, right? Unseen. And if we haven't seen them, maybe that's why. They're unseen.
Yes.
Yeah, they're interdimensional. That's what. Put it this way: dimension has multiple meanings, because if you look at a microscope dimension, you're looking at a different dimension than you would with your ordinary eye. But then if you look at it from an ant's point of view, that's a whole different dimension. Or then if you look at it from a fish point of view, that's a whole different dimension in itself.
Right. I mean, we've all seen Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, right?
Yeah, so these are dimensions. So again, like the fish, there's a veil, we can't see the jinns, but who's to say they don't exist?
Yeah, no, I'm not denying the possibility. But is this paradox that you're talking about, the notion that if aliens did exist in an infinite universe, surely some of them would have found us by now? If there were
a signal or a bleep or some sort of indication, like I said, when we transmit radio, we might not catch it, but light years away, they're yet to receive our signals because it's still broadcasting through the space time continuum. Should we say?
Is the 5G harming the aliens, Mac?
I think
that's what I want to know.
I think they're
okay. They invented it.
I think they're on 10G right now.
Yeah, probably. They must be. They're
on 10G.
In the
right now, they're cyberbotic humanoids.
Cyber bullies.
Yeah. Well, they're all like the Matrix type of thing.
Oh wow.
What's your favourite subject, Mac? In terms, when you were in year 11.
In year 11, what was your favourite subject? It must have been maths. Oh no, have we lost Mac?
I like history. I like everything. My problem is my father was a director, and he's always told me, what is it that you've learned from this world? What is it? And then that's given me this thirst or this craving for understanding everything from all aspects,
wonderful.
Not just from.
You're a wonderful legacy for your father.
Honestly, this is so. He says, don't see it from Julian or was it Dardasha? Sorry if I'm not saying it right. What was it?
Dardasha is the channel. I don't know why we've decided to keep calling you Dardasha. This is Sarah. And I'm Julian, aka Lessons for Life, and Dardasha is the other channel. And I hope everyone who's tuned in tonight will search and find Dardasha, Dardasha. Put it in the chat, and you'll find it, and you can learn some Arabic in there and some Hebrew as well.
If you do Hebrew, I'm down. Because I already read and I can speak شوية Arabic. عندي تحكي شوية.
حلو.
And I only speak like the Iraqi dialect though, because I've been hanging around with the Iraqis.
Of course, your neighbours. And in the chat, PK3776 is saying it's the contradiction between the odds in an infinite universe and the fact that there is no evidence. Yeah, there you go.
So he agrees. He concurs with the Fermi paradox.
Would seem like it. That's their favourite paradox.
That's the consensus.
Well. Yeah, that's right.
I would have thought so.
Well, look, Mac, we're going to come back to this subject because you've obviously got plenty left in the tank.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. I like to know about everything, and as I say, it doesn't matter religion, race, whatever.
That's what we like about you.
Yeah, I'm down. Thank you for your time.
Guy. Thank you, Mac.
Sarah.
شكرا جزيلا.
We'll do it all again soon.
Take care.
Cheers,
Ma salama.
He's a nice guy. That. Yeah, in the chat we've got the name of the channel up there, so you can all go, and I hope everyone will jump on that and subscribe to you. But how has it been this evening, Dardasha or Sarah, as we've now given away your real name? Have you enjoyed it?
I have enjoyed it indeed. We've chose a topic, and it's interesting how much you can learn, from numbers, and the meaning of each number and the stories behind it. There is history. There is knowledge. There is medicines. الأربعينية. Now we know where is it coming from. There's so much to learn from numbers. The link of it. Some people link it to religion. Some people link it to, there's so much to learn from.
Do you think there's a risk of going too deep?
There is, yeah, definitely.
It's like anything though, you can get lost in anything.
Yeah.
Don't get lost in the numbers. I need to look at the statistics about all these. Sorry to go back to negative. The losses that we're having from COVID-19, but we'll make sense of it all.
Yeah.
And it may hopefully end soon, the trend.